Hello everybody, in this video I have a little journal with me to share with you, but first I thought I would do a little catch up to kind of let you know why I disappeared on you for about 6 months. Some of you will know already I have shared it on Instagram and the YouTube community page, but I realise not everybody sees that. And if you don't care, like, just skip like a minute and a half or something. I'm not going to talk about it for long, and also maybe like a trigger warning for death, like if that might upset you, maybe you should skip as well. But yes, the reason I disappeared is at the end of August I lost my brother. Some of you will know Sam had Down syndrome and autism and a host of medical problems, and he was a very, very big part of my life. Like, a big chunk of my life was devoted to looking after him. So it has been quite a loss. And grief is like the worst thing for motivation, I've found. Creative motivation has been absolutely zero, but like, I mean, motivation in general. But when it comes to YouTube and everything, my creative motivation has just been at absolute zero. But on the 28th of this month, I have a video coming out for Junk Journal January, which I filmed like a month ago, and I didn't want that to be like my first video back before I came and like had a catch up with you all. So that's why I'm just having this little journal video, let you know where I've been, what's been going on and stuff. My shop has been open since like October, but I didn't want to make a big song and dance like I'm open again, way, it just didn't feel right. Clearly I'm not the best businesswoman, but there we go. But yeah, I'm not going to go into details. Obviously, it's not needed, but that's where I've been. I'm doing better now, adjusting to life. But let's talk about journaling instead. So this wasn't the first creative thing I did. Since I have done one art journal page, and as I said, I did that video for Junk Journal January, which will be out in about a week from the publication of this video. But this was like the third thing, so I was very out of practice of doing anything creative. So I just went to the Junk Journal January prompt list and chose a couple. I think the ones I went for were texture and handwritten. So for texture, I went through all the stash of papers and bits and pieces I have on my desk and found any paper or anything like that. Oh, look at my frizzy hair popping in. Anything that just, as I said, had some kind of texture. So I've got my own handmade paper, which has a lovely texture, if I do say so myself. I've got some old vintage wallpaper, some other kinds of mulberry paper. I had some braille, then another kind of wallpapery thing, and just, as I said, anything with texture, and I've collaged those all over the page. I found one washi tape I had that had some texture on it. It was like it's a foil and glitter striped one, so I thought I would bring that in. I also took some craft paper and ran it through my die cut machine with some embossing plates, so that's what I'm putting on there. You can't really see the embossing too well on camera, but one has little roses and one has like a pretty swirly Damaski sort of pattern. Also some material scraps, which I'm sticking down with the Dina Wakley gel medium. Is that what it is? I've got it right here. Yeah, the gel medium, although it didn't work on one of the materials for some reason. I do not know why. So I'm just going to keep collaging all those lovely textured papers and materials onto my pages, and then I'm also going to grab some matte wax in the colour white to highlight the embossed effects on that craft paper. It really doesn't show up as well on camera. Like, when I was editing this video, I was like, oh, that doesn't look great. I promise you, it looks so much better in person. So while I do that, I thought I would mention, since I've been gone, I've actually reached 10,000 subs on YouTube, which is amazing. Thank you all so much. It might go back down again because sometimes when you take a break and come back, your sub count goes low. A load of people suddenly disappear. I don't know how the algorithm works, but I'm either just over 10 or just under 10. But either way, I will be doing a 10k giveaway at some point. It will probably be within another journal video, like it won't be its own special giveaway video, because I find when you do just a giveaway video, it kind of attracts people, they're not interested in your content, they're not interested in engaging with your content, they just want free stuff. And I really like to avoid that. I really want the giveaway to be to those people who, actually watch and support my channel and enjoy my content, sort of thing. I don't just want a randomer to get a prize. So that's what the plan is. As I mentioned, one of those scraps of material really did not stick down with the gel medium. I don't know why. So I kind of just rubbed off the glue and have put down red line tape instead, which works just as fine. I put that flower sticker on just so there was some sort of focal point on the page, and then I keep going back over stuff that I keep finding on my desk, random scraps and bits and pieces to add more texture to the page. So as I mentioned before, the other prompt I was following was hand lettered. So I had a quick look on like one of those random quote of the day websites until I found something I kind of liked. I'm going to very lightly write it out in pencil first, and then I'm using one of those Tombow, oh, I can never remember how to, Fudinesco something pens, one of those, to hand letter it. And what I do, like, I am not great at hand lettering, I will admit this. Like Meg of Meg Journals, who runs Junk Journal in January, she's amazing at it, and I'm better if it's like really big, but when it's this size I really struggle. So what I do is I do use the pen to sort of hand letter it, but then I go back and fake it a little bit, you know, like if there's any wonky lines, I straighten them out a bit, I make some lines thicker to make them look better, extend some. It's just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect when you write it the first time. It's not like, it's not wrong to go back and make it look better in this way. Not everyone can be great at hand lettering, and that's fine. And what I did go back and do afterwards, when I was 100% sure the ink was dry, it was you know, erase all those little, if any of the pencil lines could be seen, just to get rid of those. Then all I'm going to do is add a couple little extra stickers, and I think that's going to be it for this journal page. So just a really, really quick one, but I just wanted, you know, to have a video of something for you guys. I did add some splatters over the writing later on, but you will see that in like the ending picture. But what I often do after I've done a junk journal page is I go to my onion skin journal, where I like to use a lot of scraps that are like left on my desk, and just, you know, use those scraps to make another page in this journal. I'm not really doing anything wildly different on this page as I did in my previous journal spread, so I probably don't need to explain anything to you. All I really do, as I said, is I use up leftovers that I see on my desk, and I want to use them, because if I put them away, I will probably forget about them, and or they get thrown away. So I might as well just use them up in some way. And then what I will do, when you see at the end there's like a big blank space, I come back and fill that in with journaling, which you will see again in the end pictures. So this video is coming out on the 20th. So if I don't reply to any comments straight away, it's because I'm away. My sister is taking me on my dream trip. We're going to Iceland for a long weekend, and I am so excited. So it will be the day we arrive in Reykjavik where this video comes out. So as I said, if I'm not replying to any comments straight away, that's why, because I will be cold and looking at waterfalls and trying to chase the Northern Lights and whales and stuff like that. Oh, and I will also say, some of you like who have known what's happened, you know, have seen the Instagram posts or whatever, you know, if you've reached out and sent me some really lovely messages, so just a big thank you to those, you know, really meaningful things that you've said. It's really, really helped and, you know, meant a lot. So thank you to those people. I'm sure you know who you are if you sent me a message. Hopefully things will be relatively back to normal now in terms of like making content and stuff, but you know, grief does come in waves, so I can't promise anything, and my motivation also comes in very small, tiny little waves. So again, not promising, but I'm trying, and it does make me feel better when I create. I just need to get there. My craft room is also in a state of total chaos. I mean, it is a nightmare in here. I've completely neglected it over these 6 months, so I'll probably do a video on cleaning it up and maybe doing some rearranging of it as well to, you know, see if that inspires me to use it more and give me a bit of a fresh start kind of thing. So I might make a video on that as well. But there we go. that is it. 2 journal spreads done. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you also for 10k subscribers. I think that's all I have to say. Links in the description as always. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Chat to me down in the comments, and I am going. Bye bye.